Hi, everyone. Lucky last pitch of the day. Thank you for all sticking around. My name's Matthew Boyd. I am the co-founder and CEO of Vollie. I have a wonderful co-founder in Tanya Dontis who heads up our operations. We've just hired a national sales manager. We have a CMO coming on board soon, and we're on the lookout for a CTO. Charities struggle to engage the talents of modern day professionals, millennials, and this negatively affects the impact on the causes that they represent. Charities in Australia alone spend $50 billion a year on labour and professional services. At the same time, millennials aren't volunteering as much. We're talking about a generation that are the most cause-minded we've ever seen before, and also the most educated. But they're not volunteering. It's because the traditional volunteering model just doesn't work. There's a perceived lack of time from this audience, lack of flexibility, which I'm sure everyone here can attest to, and it's not knowing where to start. The fact is, millennials still want to change the world, but they want to do it in a way that affirms their sense of purpose. So we've created Vollie. Vollie is an online volunteering platform that connects the skills of modern day professionals with the needs and requirements of charities and NGOs right across the world. Sorry, I'll just go back. It's about project-based volunteering opportunities that can be completed from anywhere in the world. It's applying the way that we volunteer to this gig economy in this on-demand age. So anyone in this room can jump on Vollie, vollie.com.au, put in the skills you have and the courses you care about, and complete a project for an NGO wherever you are in the world and wherever they are in the world. The key differentiators with Vollie compared to traditional volunteering are that we're fast, applications can be done in 4 clicks, we're cost effective for non-profit organisations, we're convenient in the way that you can carry out this skill volunteering from wherever you are in the world, and we're highly scalable, which I'll talk about a little bit more in a few slides' time. Looking at our market size, there's 54,000 registered charities in Australia alone, with the spend that they have on labour and professional services, which is around 50 billion. There's a large market there for us to address. When we're looking at our corporate offering, which I'll talk about in a few slides' time, there's around 4,500 large businesses in Australia, and there's around 50,000 small to medium enterprises. That gives us a total addressable market, considering what they spend on their current corporate social responsibility and volunteering programs, over $7 billion. To talk a little bit more about our pricing model, charities pay a small fee per completed project. We're not a job board, we're an end-to-end service. We understand what they need, get those projects posted and connect them with the people that they require. So very cost-effective prices, and typically it returns around $1,000 in value for every project that goes through our platform. I'll rush through because I'm running out of time. With our corporate offering, we can generate anywhere from $11,500 up to $45,000 from each customer. We are growing month on month with our revenue, and we're forecasted to break even in the next 12 months. And now it's 20 months of operation. We've seen hundreds of projects go live, thousands of skilled volunteering hours go through our platform. We've generated over $300,000 of social impact, which is very important to us. And the average project value is close to $1,000, as I said. Today, really, we're looking to connect with corporates who want to utilize our platform and potential investors. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks to Matthew there from Vollie for a great pitch. Over to the judges for the last questions of the day, so make them good ones. Thanks a lot.
Congrats on the progress and all the social impact. Why is Vollie itself a for-profit company as opposed to a non-profit?
To do with our scale and where we want to take it. So my vision for Vollie is to connect any person's skill set with any non-profit need wherever they are in the world. We're working with close to 500 non-profit organisations right now, predominantly in Australia, but we've got youth organisations in Kenya and across Africa. We've got animal welfare organisations in North America, and so we're growing. So we don't want to be restricted by the bureaucracy and a lot of the paperwork required in being a non-profit organisation. So we are a social business. I believe there's a huge future for social businesses to exist beyond just making a profit. We're a certified B Corp for anyone that knows what that is. But yeah, it's about generating revenue and being profitable, but also creating a positive impact in the process.
There could be other potential use cases, right? Like internships or if we're into big corporations. Why only non-profit?
Because we want to help non-profits more, because I know the non-profit sector very well. I've spent a lot of time there. I've been a volunteer myself. They're so far behind what's going on, at this conference and what's happening in this age with technology. You'll sit at a non-profit conference and they'll talk about what they stand for and the people they support or the animals they protect or the environments that they stand up for. But there's always that issue of not having the talented people to support their organizations. At the same time, I was working in a big company of a lot of very talented people who are all saying, I want to volunteer, but I don't know how to start. So Vollie is this marketplace that makes these connections, using your skills to change the world in your own particular way, and it's NGOs that benefit.
And who's your competition?
In Australia, there's not really anybody. The United Nations have an online volunteering platform, which is great. And we love the United Nations. I wear their SDGs badge on my jacket every day. But there's so much more potential there. So nobody's doing it in Australia. We haven't invented online volunteering, but we're at the forefront of it. There's an organization in New York called Catch a Fire as well. Traditional volunteering will never become redundant, but there's just this huge opportunity to grow out the number of people that are using their skills to support important causes.
What's the team composition?
So I'm the CEO. Tanya, who flashed up, is the COO. We've just hired a national sales manager. He's actually our CIO, our Chief Impact Officer. We've got a marketing superstar who is coming on, well, she's part-time at the moment. She'll be coming on full-time. We're sussing out our CTO, testing the guy that we really like with a few projects before we put him into that position. And we've got a few ideas of a CFO, but we're getting to that point now. We've used contractors for the first few years. Now we want those people who live, breathe, and most importantly, truly believe in Vollie.
Great.
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Matthew, and thanks for sharing your vision with Vollie. So that's it, guys.